Look, we ain't doing no introduction. We just gonna hop into it. This is the
Let's
Out of
go.
Here Sound podcast. I got my homeboy Eravani with me.
What
You
up? What
already know.
up?
One time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go,
So
man.
where we left off, man? Where we picking up at?
You, New Jersey, up the hill, down the hill. You was growing up. You saw best of both worlds.
Festival for us. So man, like I said, up the hill, they pretty much called it the we was the pretty boys, or we had the money and all that stuff. Then down the hill was a little bit rougher.
Uh,
Um, you know,
all right.
it's crazy because once I got older, people from up the hill would go down the hill on purpose for excitement because
Ah.
they started saying it was a little too quiet, a little too boring up the hill.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's crazy. Like down the hill,
Okay.
you learned a lot. Like that's where it was more gangs down there.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
More activity, just more everything. But it's
Wow.
here's the thing though. Back in my grandma's day, down the hill wasn't always so bad.
Got you.
It went through its phases. Like I want to say, I guess like the 50s and 60s, it was a little bit more gentrified. A little bit more
Right.
racist and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
back when it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when it was real.
As the 70s came, they got all the black people. I mean, the white people out of there and put the black people in there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the beach is also down the hill too.
It is.
The boardwalk and everything.
Really.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
See, that's what I'm saying. I was told about the New Jersey life as far as the beach life, because I used to always watch. What's the show on MTV that come on? That came on Jersey Shore,
Oh yeah,
right? And I'm not from Jersey, so I watched that show. I'm like, all right, like everybody having fun by this water. I didn't even know water exists. I'm from the South. I didn't know water exists up top.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Nah, it's that stuff is down there. So
Yeah.
pardon, we just had a little minor setback, little technical difficulties,
Minor setbacks and things.
but we took care of those.
Yeah.
So I guess let's get into you, Eravani.
Let's get into it.
Your background.
Yes, sir.
Where did you find your love for music?
My love for music came from my household. Mother and father played old vinyls, old vinyls, Stylistics, Temptations. James Brown. My father is a funketeer. Like he come from the funk era. Like he loves funk.
Okay.
So he was playing George Clinton, Parliament, the Commodores, Bootsy Collins, and my mom, she was more into smooth jazz. So smooth jazz, as far as Boney James, Janita, Al Jarreau, and greats like that. So it was well rounded. That's when I fell in love with. My father used to take me to school and ask me to pick out different instruments in the song.
Now, cause I noticed you got a like a real old soul.
Yeah.
See now me looking on the outside end, I feel like that's a blessing.
Yeah.
Because you've had this from when you was young up until now.
Yeah.
So you're very musically inclined. Like you know your shit.
Right.
Me on the other hand, I had it a little different.
Right. Okay. The process was different.
It was, man. I didn't have people shoving music in my face like that. I say this.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Yeah.
So my grandparents' house where I grew up, right? I was what most would consider spoiled.
Okay.
And I don't say spoiled in the sense of, I was a brat and still got what I want.
Right.
But I was just well taken care of. So
and quote unquote, let me say this: there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah,
There's nothing wrong with that. The whole goal.
I feel like I'm a good man.
Yeah.
I was raised right.
Right.
But it's just some people see it a little different.
Well, see, the people that see it different. Or when you say different, do you mean like people just feel like because you had it good or you was semi spoiled that you didn't different as in you didn't go through what they went through?
Yeah, and I noticed like I had a few friends that just was like, yeah, man, you don't know what it is to be independent. You ain't never had to struggle like me. And I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right. And I don't look at it as a bad thing. I get it. Sometimes you get frustrated and you just look at somebody else like, man, if I had it as good as you, this, that, and the third. But they don't understand with me, where I lack independence is, but
Right.
it takes me a little longer to process things that I guess in my adulthood I should already know and be able to do.
I tell you what, brother. this is how I feel about it. Because everybody goes on their own journey in life and they have to experience things that's going to cause them to pick up the pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wish our culture would embrace your upbringing more. Because the whole purpose of raising a child, raising a grandson or a son is for them to live comfortably. You know what I'm
To
saying?
have a better life
To have exactly to have a better life.
than what your
Exactly.
parents had.
Exactly. So to me, I feel like that's still a plus, is a bonus, and the people that were saying it at that time, they probably was just frustrated. But as a culture, to be put in that position, yeah, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it should be looked down upon. You
No,
know what I'm
not at
saying?
all.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. What I started doing. Um, I just look at it this way. I live I lived through my friends' experiences because I haven't experienced. Like, remember the conversation we had when we was canvassing?
Yeah.
So I didn't have to. I never dealt with racism firsthand. At least not. It was in my face. But the
Right.
stories that you told me and Avery told me and so forth, you know, I was like, okay, I get it. This is what y'all been through.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it's a little different when you don't experience it firsthand. When you raised a little different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my
yeah.
neighbors was white as could be. You know what they did when I was a baby? They would knit me blankets. Neighbors. They were white old women at that.
Right.
And then as I got older, they became the candy lady because they still loved me, and they would invite me over sometime to just have a piece of candy, play with the cats a little bit,
Yeah.
and once I started making friends inside the neighborhood, they saw that, and then they came and started getting candy from the candy lady again. And these are white women. You got a bunch of black kids at your door, random, knocking on your door for candy.
It's very particularly it's intriguing to see. It does exist, but once again, coming from a black person and both of us being from African American,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely understand where you're coming from because man, I remember when we came from my humble beginnings and when my parents finally grinded it out and
Yeah.
got some money. I'm telling you, it was one of those things where our first house, I felt like we made it
Mm.
because we was around so many white people. And it was like, I was leaning over to my brother like, man, I'm looking at him in his face. I'm like, man, we got trees, we got coniferous forests, we got people cutting their grass.
My man said the coniferous.
I said coniferous, bro. Like, you gotta name your trees like that when you in a whole different demographic. Like, they got tall trees, look like grasslands out there, right? So
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm in the car and I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, man, listen, we made it. Like, we officially made it. And that's how I felt the whole time of my parents making that transition in my life, moving to the hills. When we first got to the hills, got to the suburbs for a little bit, it was one of those things where, man, we came from a one-bedroom shack where we had to sleep like head to toe.
Man.
And then to go from there and then go to that 2-3 story house,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, I don't care what you say. And I knew at a young age, I'm like, okay, you know what? We doing something right.
Right.
Like we moving different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what that does, the reason why I say it's a bonus because, growing up, if you did get a chance to get spoiled or you came from a good housing, there's nothing wrong with that because there are bonuses in that.
And let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? I want to break this down.
Break it down.
I'm not spoiled. My grandma worked her ass off to be able to take care of her family.
Break it down.
So I was able to have the things I had because my grandma worked for it. She earned it.
Break it down.
I earned it because I stayed out of trouble.
Come on.
I got a little trouble, but nothing crazy.
Come on.
So
Yes, sir.
everything was earned. There was a level of respect in the household. You do this, you do right, you work hard for it. This is what you get.
Exactly.
When I was bad or I got bad grades, she would take away my video games.
Right.
I wasn't allowed to go outside.
Right.
So I wasn't spoiled as in I could bitch and I can, all this other stuff and I still got what I want. Nah, hell nah. I come from a black family. They weren't having that.
You better say that.
Not having it.
You better say that. You better say that.
You see what I'm saying? Like everything, like from the time I was a kid to now, like it's always been, you get what you earn. You
Yeah,
gotta work hard for the stuff that you want to work for.
say that, say that,
That's all
and
I'm
that's
trying to say.
facts. That's facts. That's big facts right there because uh, I think that's just black culture, man. You know, we know what all about hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like we know what it's about. You know what I mean?
I think black culture has been a bit distorted because all right, let's speed things up. So you know how men are supposed to be independent,
Right,
the providers, the caretakers, and all that.
right.
It's look, you know, you're not looked at as a man, or you're looked at less as a man if you ask for help.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's
Society does that. Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
So now, as a black man, you can't ask for help, or you can't get support from your family or whatever the case if you down and out. You just got to deal with it, and
Yeah.
that's what's messing our people up
Hmm.
because we feel like we can't ask for help if we need it.
You know, I'm so glad that we're on this topic right now because I wanna give you this theory I have.
Okay,
The reason why black men are like that, the reason why black men feel like, and we talk about black men, right?
black man.
The reason why black men feel like they can't ask for help, not only do we equip the black man to think that we can't ask for help, right?
Right.
But check this out. It starts we equip them like that at an early age. If you ever had a sister or a little black girl, when a girl gets pushed over, somebody comes and picks them up. They dust them off,
Hmm.
right? They wipe the black girl's eyes a little bit, all right? And if we could take away, like I said, you know what I'm saying? We talking about black women right now, but a girl, period, you know what I'm saying? They get picked up. Somebody has remorse for them when they fall.
Right.
But when you fell as a little black boy in the playground, what was told to you? What was told to you was, boy, you better get your ass up.
Yeah, get your ass
Like,
up.
like, like, like,
You
like,
better not
yo,
cry.
like, you better not cry. If you crying, I'm gonna give you another whooping. So, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
was, it was something like that, and it conditioned us to think the wrong way.
exactly.
Cause as we got older, it was like, you know what? I'm a man, and see what we created this stereotype and this falsified image of what it takes to be a man. That's
Mm.
how I feel.
I like that.
And I think black men are getting smarter and realizing because we're going through life now. We have different avenues that we can reach now, right? Different levels of success. So now black men are sitting back like, you know what? I know I can achieve all, but let me teach myself, right? You know what I'm saying? Like let me teach myself
Right.
how to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And it leaves us stuck in a position where, once again, we wasn't taught certain things coming up.
Hmm.
So receiving something that you should have learned back then as an adult is it makes it 5 times hard. But we still prevail. We still prevail.
I think that's also a part of why there's so much mental illness going on.
Exactly. Exactly. Mental illness is right now number one in America. Period.
For real. And look, I
Period.
this shit
Period.
is scary, dude. Like
Yeah.
we're pushing 30,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It hurts to know that friends I've either went to school, I've grown up with, or even when I moved to Atlanta, people I met at school down here,
Right.
to know that there's a few people that have done drugs or did something to cope because
Right.
they just didn't know how to deal with it because as a kid they going off of their principles. They was taught to keep shit to themselves.
That's what they was taught. That's what they was taught, and they were.
That
They
can
yeah.
drive you crazy.
It man. Now
You
see,
can't keep all that bottled up.
you can't and see when that. I'm glad you brought that up too, because that right there is PTSD.
Mm.
That right we have it in America. That right there it's especially in our culture. It's highly effective, man. And it's sad because we have to go through the trenches, not necessarily physically, but mentally. Mentally and spiritually, we have to go through the trenches in our mind, and as black people, to get ourselves out of thinking simple-minded. And I have this phrase that I refer to, you know, a black man's open mind that's not fully developed or that hasn't developed at all.
Mm.
A black man's regular mind has a screen door.
Hmm.
It has a screen door.
Hmm.
which means that he can receive things, right? He
Right.
can accumulate things,
Okay.
but then at the end of the day, it's like that screen door is always a stereotypical shadow that hinders the truth to come in. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
see, sometimes we kill ourselves based off how we came up. You see what I'm saying? And based off how the things that were taught to us, how to treat a woman,
Right.
how to get your credit up. Who talks about credit? Who talks about credit,
That
man?
shit makes me so mad because I just had this conversation not too long ago with a
Right.
friend about, matter of fact, no, it was the other day.
Mm.
So okay, she's from Russia.
Wow, great.
They're taught basically independence at the age of 5 or whatever. She was saying that, so you know how colleges where you can go to school at what 11 in the morning, or
Right.
you can take a night class, whatever the case.
Right.
She said she was like 5, 6, 7 years old, and class would be 7 at night.
Wow.
I said, so if your parents is at work, who gonna pick you up when you get? She said you got to get home on your own.
At 7 years old?
7 years old.
At 7 years old, this woman, let's see, this is what differentiates us.
They're taught different.
That's crazy.
And by the
That's
time
crazy.
you're 10, they teach them to speak. I think what she say, English, of course. There's Russian classes because she said the language is a little bit difficult, even for them. Uh, yeah, you're taught like 2 to 3 different languages by the time you're 10.
Because the child is such a sponge.
I'm saying.
And we just got, America is not aggressive. America's not aggressive. Now, as far as our culture
Culture's different.
is different.
But I say
yeah.
that to say this, like, um, it's you're not taught some of these things. Like when I was in 4th grade, you know, our history class was pretty much the George Washingtons and the war, the war.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't first of all, it wasn't Black history.
No, the damn sure wasn't Black history.
But
It shit damn sure wasn't the truth either.
but
But we're not gonna get into that though.
you ain't see his face just now.
It wasn't the truth, man. They lying to
It
us.
wasn't, man. So much stuff is left out, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's fucked up.
They lying to us, man. And it's so many things of our heritage that's being left out. But see, I think the best thing, people look down on social media and technology. It has its pros and cons, but one of the pros to me is information is everywhere now. See, now,
Very accessible.
very accessible. Now, everything has been leaked from ancient times to better suit you, to understand why you are, who you are, and what you need to be doing.
All right, now with that, because this is actually my question. Now that
Uh-huh.
that is very true, but the question is, how do you decipher what's bullshit and what's not? Because someone that's not as educated may not know.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, you can't read everything you see on the internet.
Right.
So how do you filter out what's correct information and what's nonsense?
That's a great question. See, and then I'll have to piggyback on your upbringing, who's around you at that time. Because I wouldn't suggest anybody just randomly Googling things and getting on Instagram, just automatically agreeing with everything that you see.
All right.
Of course, you're gonna need somebody. You gotta need some people that really love you around your corner. But then too, do your own research. Like if I see something that's intriguing,
Okay.
before I have an opinion about it, before I have a judgment about it, before I even have a comment, I like to investigate. So what I do is I'll besides Google, they do have a thing called books out there that you can still go to the library with your library card and get some books and read. Because I encourage my coaches to read. I don't know what the hell we got to read. Bottom line, we just have to read.
And look, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I've been at least getting back into Okay, let me correct that.
Okay, hey, listen,
It's a task. Let me correct that. It's a task.
It's a task.
But everybody has their own way of doing it. I've learned. I don't get much from actually taking a physical copy and reading. I since I do a lot of online
great.
research,
Yeah.
I like to read online stuff or even
Okay.
sometimes audiobooks. I like to
Great.
listen.
No, audiobooks are very accessible. They're very accessible.
are.
I like that. Now, see, for people like you, who once again, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
just how I got to do
But
it.
that's great though. But you know what? That's the modern day of doing it though. Like audiobooks is the way now. You know, because we always on the go. So
Exactly.
I definitely agree with you on that. You know, because sometimes sitting with that book in that paper,
It's like
yeah,
it's like draining.
yeah, it is
Very draining.
because now you gotta. I want to say,
Your eyes get fatigued. Like,
yeah, it
and we
does,
already
it does.
use our eyes a lot. You know, engineering all day long.
Right,
Mixing
right.
a song, whatever have you. You know what I mean? Your
Right.
eyes is just done.
It's a definite transition. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Your eyes are done. For people like us, man, who be around here doing our thing, man, your eyes are done. You don't have time to be worried about the simple things. You know, you on the fly, you know. But simple things are great though. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir, man. Well, let's get back into this cigar talk.
Cigar talk, man. This is cigar talk.
Doing a little different. So
Cigar
it's a
talk,
little
man.
different.
Just a little different. Cigar talk.
What'd you say earlier? You
Different
said
smoke.
They smoke.
Different smoke, man.
We're not smoking that stuff. You know, this is cigars.
Cigar, you know,
little
y'all,
fancy.
hey, keep your little penny pinching cigars over there. We're not doing that, man.
Nah.
Come on, we clipping
We're
cigars
flipping them.
and we smoking.
100% Cuban.
100% imported. Okay,
One more time.
imported. All right, that means somebody gotta go get it.
Oh my God.
That means somebody gotta bring it to you. You
Yeah,
know.
man. But we was talking about some amazing things earlier, cause you know, if y'all don't already know, we have ProMix Global, Kisswork Studio,
Yes, sir.
and then even with us,
Empire.
Eravani has J Town.
Yes,
That's his company,
the Empire.
and you know, we all just have our own thing going on.
Yes, sir.
But he was telling me about the meeting that they had the other night.
Oh, yeah.
And this is why I'm gonna let you get into it.
Okay.
But this is why I'm trying to tell people, we moving different. We doing our stuff different.
It's all different.
Y'all can have studios,
Yes, sir.
but y'all studios is not like ours.
Talk.
Y'all not hosting events.
Talk to him.
Y'all not doing podcasts in y'all studio.
Talk to him.
Y'all not doing digital marketing promo.
Talk to him.
Y'all not having people from out of town come here and book y'all, getting a diamond package, getting the whole recording and everything and photo shots and come on, man.
Talk to them. Talk to the people.
We just doing it a little different.
Would you please let them know what's going on over here?
I'm-
Please, man. Talk to the people, Steph, because they don't know what's going on. It's a whole different breed of black excellence over here, man. PMG, Kisswork Studios, J-Town, Noisy Neighbors, man. We got things going on. Listen, it's so much going on over here. You'll be a fool to come to Atlanta and not come here. You'll be a fool because representation is everything. Black
Everything.
excellence is everything, and that's what we condone.
And in my personal opinion, not even because I'm a part of the family, but this is like I just said. You heard the resume. This is the #1 independent recording studio in Atlanta.
#1 independent studio in Atlanta, and you know Atlanta's the mecca of entertainment right now. So what does that tell you?
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Again, we're not just pulling this out of our ass. Who are some of our clients?
Listen, brother, we from Zach Farlow,
Come
B5,
on. Come on.
August Alsina,
Come on.
B Simone,
Come on.
who
Even producers, Black and Mild,
Black and Mild,
on.
Black Metaphor,
eardrummers,
Eardrummers,
BT.
DJ Scream, BT.
Come
So I mean, just tell them to look us up. I mean,
It's
tell
there. You'll see it.
tell
It's
them
there.
to look us up. We have a website. We have social media. Tell them to look us up. I guarantee. I
Now,
guarantee.
we're not saying this to brag, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. But see, we're saying this right here, and if you it would allow me, Steph, see the quote unquote say,
Go ahead.
this right here is not bragging rights, but for the culture, for us as a culture, as black people, this is our bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? Like this is for us. So because we're young.
Yeah.
Okay, we're young entrepreneurs. I'm 30 years old. Steph, how old are you?
How old am I?
Hey, that's how you know we busy.
Look,
We ain't got time to count birthdays, right?
I'm 28, man. I'll be 29.
28, 29, man. We young individuals, man. We black and successful. That's the ultimate goal. So that's representation for everybody else to be independent, work for yourself, open up shop, and be your own boss. And that's what we're doing.
It's possible. You can do it.
Yes, it is possible.
This is black excellence over here at its finest.
Yes. And we're not taking nothing less, man.
We defeating all stereotypes being thrown against us. Oh, you get a bunch of black people together, they gonna fuck shit up. Nah.
No, man, listen, man. We stick together. We just had Exit 21 come through here, man, and get a bunch of tracks, a bunch of photos. We're working, man. Working. People coming from out of town, man. Out of the country, international. What are you talking about, man? Listen, we're doing it. And I think this is the best time in history to work for yourself, to be an entrepreneur, and just to be a black entrepreneur at that, you know? You know, it's definitely there for us.
I agree,
the market
100%,
is open.
And it doesn't stop there. It's, again, once you have your main hub, you know, and once you start putting people in charge,
yes,
then as a boss, you could branch out and you can open up shop in another location.
Yes.
That's true bossmanship right there.
Come on, man. Listen.
I don't know if that's a word, but that's my word, bossmanship.
Hey, listen, bossmanship we might have to put that in the dictionary.
We might have to.
Because bossmanship is definitely something that I approve, brother. I don't care if it's a word or not.
I don't either.
You know what I'm saying? Bossmanship, I definitely approve of that, man. And that's exactly what we're doing. See, the thing about us over here is that individually, we're already straight.
All of us have.
I'm going to say it again for the people to listen.
Okay.
Individually, we are already solidified. Okay? What we decided to do was stick together as a culture and become one unit. So when you have, it's one thing, I compare us to the Golden State Warriors. because it's one thing to have a roster of basketball players who you have your bench players who are role players.
Okay.
The one or two franchise players.
He talking that stuff.
You know what I'm saying? But then you got the starting five, and out of the starting five, it's probably like two franchise players, but the rest of them are role players. But see, on this team, like the Golden State Warriors, you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, KD, Boogie's there now. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Draymond Green, Iguodala. These names are all-stars.
Solidified.
You got MVPs in one starting lineup. You have MVPs on one team, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably 2. I'm sorry, maybe 2 of them. I might be over exaggerating 3, but I think it's 2 out of KD and Steph Curry, right? Okay. But then you have Draymond Green, and each player on the Golden State Warriors, Draymond can shoot threes too. Think what I'm saying. We all bosses. Draymond can shoot threes. Steph can shoot threes. Klay can shoot threes. KD can shoot threes. But KD still passed that ball to Steph, though, to shoot that 3. KD still passed that ball to Klay. But when it's time to be a slasher and get that mid-range game, they gave it to KD. What I'm saying is we're all bosses. But when we play our proper role, we know our strong points. And the reason why Golden State Warriors is so deadly and the reason why this team is so deadly is because once we start shooting, we start lighting your ass up, it's over. It's over. When we're
we work together. We don't work against each other.
No, we always together. Always together, man. And listen, once the phone call is made, that we got some action, hey, we showing up.
Yeah.
We showing up, man.
No question about it.
We doing it, man. We showing up. We showing up, man. We showing up and we showing up. You know? And like I say, man, hey, look it up. Come see about us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, seriously, come see about us. The website is up, www.promixglobal.com. Look it up. You know, Kisswork Studios. Look it up.
Everything is there.
Everything is. Listen, it's all there for you. I mean, it's self-explanatory. But I really think that now people are starting to open it up and realize what we got going on over here.
You remember? Did JP tell you how long it took for all this? You know. It's an ongoing process, of course.
Right.
But from the time that we moved in July, 4 months, is when we started having like big clients come by. 4 months, my nigga.
For a month.
We just moved in here. 4 months.
Come on, brother. I was telling JP at the Artist Factory when the Artist Factory shut down. I was telling that brother, don't worry about it because God got our blessing coming. This was what we needed. All we needed is open up shop. We needed our own spot. 4 months, we knew it was gonna happen like that. Once the man, once we got the I want to say the position of power,
Right.
to get this spot,
Yeah.
it was a wrap. It was a wrap, and I knew what was gonna happen, merging with Summer at Kisswork Studios. I knew what was about to happen.
And this wasn't coincidence. This was all divine plan.
Divine,
It happened the way it was supposed to happen.
glorious,
This is why we all here.
honorable.
And the scary thing is, it keeps getting better
It
day
gets
by
better.
day.
Every single day, every single week, every single month. We're not lying to you. It's always a different avenue of success, man. And that's how life should be lived, man. You know, when you're established. And one thing about it, hey, man, we pass the ball. You know, I know when to pass the ball to Steph C. I know when to pass the ball to Summer. I know when to pass the ball to JP, to Trans, you know, Kaya, you know, the whole team. You know what I'm saying? I know when to pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? As well as they do. See, one thing about us, man, we patient. We deadly. And us being patient and deadly, we just that makes us relentless. It makes us relentless, man. We're ready to go. We're ready to go.
We
And-
focused.
Yeah. That's what it is.
We are
That's what it
focused.
is. We're focused. We're seriously focused, man. Seriously, and this is dangerous. Once
Oh, yeah.
again, I'm a quote unquote, and I'm gonna keep saying, and this is simply racial pride that I'm exerting right now. But the fact that we're all African American and we're independent, that is even more reason why this is more of a success story.
That's some real shit.
For real, man. Cause once again, we all come from different backgrounds, but at the end of the day, we're still black individuals, and we're doing it the proper way. Nobody's selling drugs. Okay. Nobody out here in these streets. You know, hey. Some of us could have took that route. We didn't take that route. Hey. Some of us went to college. Some of us didn't.
All right.
Guess what though? We still pulled each other up because we saw the vision, and that's what it's all about. You know, we gotta get to a point in our culture where we stop being judgmental and we start being experimental. Stop being
Right.
judgmental
like
and
that.
start being experimental. You see what I'm saying? What can I learn from you, brother? What can I learn from you, sister? What can I learn from you? Like I can learn. I don't know everything. Some may feel like I'm in a position where I'm comfortable, which is true. But like you always say, they don't know what it takes or what it took to get to this level. Even the,
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They never see they
don't know.
never see the full story.
No. But it's our duty, especially us doing our own podcast. This is how we tell our story. You see what I'm saying? Which is a great thing that we're doing now. And shout out to PMG Podcast. My man Steph C over here right now. You know what I'm saying? Cigar Talk. And please come through and be part of this podcast whenever you can. Hit the city of Atlanta. Please come through, please, man. It's definitely going down.
All right, I guess we're closing up. So before we get out of here, I got one more thing. Hey, man, tell everybody about your single, man. Promote the single, man. It's a beautiful
Definitely,
song.
man. Hey, listen. Hey, fresh EP out there, man, called Heartthrob on SoundCloud right now. It's your boy Eravani, man. Heartthrob. Pretty Brown is the single. Please, all my ladies, go out there, please. You got to listen to this, man, because the shake your tail feather, do what you got to do, all the sexy ladies. And you know, I love the ladies. I love the Eravani, love the ladies. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Pretty Brown is out right now. Please go get it on SoundCloud right now. The introduction EP is out there on iTunes right now. Please get that too as well. Eravani, Eravani. And holla at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. PMG, that's the family. You know, we all the family, and we all we got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all we got, baby.
We all we got. You know what I'm saying? Kisswork Studios, Summer, I love you. We still here. Brandon was good. You know what I'm saying? You can catch Brandon ducked off in the room. You know what I'm saying? Getting his painting
Drawing
on,
up a masterpiece.
drawing up everything, man. Hey, logos, everything. Hey, listen, we not
I told
playing.
you we different.
We different,
Y'all
man.
y'all don't have artists. You know what I mean? Y'all got music artists.
Come on, hey, say it again.
Y'all don't have artists drawing up a Picasso.
You ain't got no records.
You ain't got no Picasso in the back.
You ain't got no records. Where's your Picasso? Where's your Donatellos and your Michelangelos?
Just saying, man.
Huh?
I tried to tell you we different.
Huh? Where's your Basquiat's? Where's your Andy Warhols? What you talking about to me, huh? Where's your Edgar Allan Poe's at?
Look, you'll go down the whole list.
I said Edgar Allan Poe.
Ooh, that man's deep.
Quote the Raven nevermore. I read, brother.
Man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, definitely, man. Pretty Brown. Listen. Pretty Brown, all my ladies. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, if you're trying to set that mood, man, please listen to Pretty Brown on SoundCloud. Like, once again, Eravani, Eravani. Y'all holla at me, man. Hey, more to come, man. Heartthrob is out. Introduction EP is out, man. Y'all definitely go check that out, man. And be expecting more from this. Hey, we not done. We far from done. We just getting started.
All right, it's O Sound signing out.